You're supposed to be studying for finals, exam in 14 hours, 3 chapters left. But your thumb keeps scrolling. Just one more video, just one more. It's been 90 minutes since you said 5 minutes. And here's what nobody told you. Your brain is not yours right now. The screen in your hand is firing light at 400 to 500 nanometers directly into your retina, hitting a cluster of cells that wire straight to your hypothalamus, your body's master clock. The signal those cells are sending to your brain right now at midnight is simple. Daytime, full sun, do not stop. Your biology thinks it's noon because of a phone, because of a rectangle of glass you chose over chapter 12. While you scroll, your melatonin, the hormone that opens the gate to sleep and recovery, is being destroyed, not slightly, by 71.4%. Someone who put their phone down 2 hours ago has melatonin levels of 26 picograms per milliliter. Yours is at 7.5. After 3 hours on that screen, theirs is 16.6. Yours is 8.3. The sleep gate isn't cracking open, it's welded shut, and you built the weld. But you don't feel tired. That's the trap. Your cortisol, the emergency stress hormone, has just been spiked to full daytime levels. At midnight, studies measuring blue light exposure at night recorded cortisol readings statistically identical to mid-afternoon. You are sitting in your dorm room and your body is running the chemistry of someone under active threat. You feel calm, your hormones are screaming, and your prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for choosing the textbook over the feed, has been thrown into a state of hyper-alertness that research shows persists for 40 minutes after the light stops. You can't just close the app and snap back. The last 90 minutes have already done their work. This is your 3rd year doing this. You know how it ends. But do you know why you keep choosing it? Every time a new post loads, your nucleus accumbent fires dopamine, the same region, the same chemical, the same pattern visible on brain scans of cocaine users. The algorithm isn't showing you content, it's running a variable ratio reinforcement schedule, the single most addictive reward structure ever identified in behavioral psychology. Random rewards, unpredictable timing. It's the same mechanism as a slot machine, and it was built by teams of neuroscientists whose only job was to make leaving feel impossible. You are not weak. You are a human brain responding exactly as designed to a system engineered against you. But that system is costing you more than tonight. With every month of heavy use, your brain removes dopamine receptors, a process called downregulation. Studies found significantly lower dopamine synthesis in the bilateral putamen of heavy social media users. The result? The natural world stops feeling rewarding, silence feels empty, studying feels like deprivation, finishing a chapter feels like nothing. Your baseline has been recalibrated so high that real life can no longer compete. And simultaneously, the prefrontal cortex, the part that overrides impulse, weakens. You're not just numbing pleasure, you're eroding control. You set your phone face down, open the textbook, read the first sentence of chapter 12. Read it again, pick up the phone. That moment wasn't weakness. That was a damaged attention system doing exactly what damage looks like. Studies comparing students on standard screens versus blue light filtered screens found worse reaction times, lower verbal memory scores, and measurably impaired EEG frontal delta theta activity, the brainwaves that encode what you read into memory, in the unfiltered group. The words are going in, nothing is sticking. You could read chapter 12 4 times tonight and retain almost none of it. Not because chemistry is hard, because your brain's ability to consolidate memory is functionally broken right now. There's a video about discipline. The guy's yelling about systems and execution. He's right. You know he's right. You've watched it before. You commented, needed this, and went back to scrolling. That loop has a name. Your brain treats consuming advice as a substitute for action, extracting the small dopamine hit of feeling inspired without the cost of doing anything. Information enters, behavior stays fixed. Research tracking memory performance found that social media use on a given day is directly linked to increased memory failure the following day. Not a feeling, measurable, documented. The exam version of you is being sabotaged by the midnight version of you, right now, in real time. You'll pass the exam. Barely, you always do. And that's exactly why nothing changes. The consequences are never quite catastrophic enough to break the loop. But the consequences aren't only grades. This is what semesters of this behavior are building toward. After 3 months of regular heavy smartphone use, measurable decreases in mental arithmetic scores signal reduced attentional capacity. Brain scans of heavy users show significantly reduced neural activity in the right prefrontal cortex. Studies of internet-addicted adolescents found reduced gray matter volume in the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, the orbitofrontal cortex, and the cerebellum. A 2022 meta-analysis of 15 brain imaging studies confirmed it across all subjects. Structural, physical, visible on a scan reduction in the regions that govern decision-making, impulse control, and the capacity to choose long-term benefit over short-term reward. Social media addiction is associated with reduced gray matter in the amygdala, affecting emotional regulation. Smartphone addiction is linked to reduced gray matter in the superior and inferior frontal gyrus, the architecture of self-control. By the time you graduate, if this continues, you will not be neurologically the same person you were freshman year. Not as a metaphor, as a fact. Your mom will call tomorrow night, ask how the exam went. You'll say fine. She works double shifts so you can have what she didn't. You'll be lying to her while watching a video about gratitude. The irony won't even land, because the amygdala governing your emotional processing is already showing the damage. You'll delete the app in week 3. Last 6 hours, reinstall it, try blockers, find workarounds in under a minute, build systems. None of it will reach the actual problem. The actual problem is that you've trained your brain to require constant stimulation, and the absence of it now feels like a medical emergency. Sitting still feels wrong. One task feels like punishment. You've weaponized your own attention span against yourself. Gen Z averages nearly 10 hours of screen time daily, 40% of every waking hour. An 18-year-old on current trajectories will spend 93% of their remaining free time on screens. Not hours, years of a life. 26 of the 27.8 free years remaining before work and family absorb everything else, handed to an algorithm that gives nothing back. The textbook is still open to chapter 12. Still waiting, you know what the phone is doing to you now. Not as a concept, but as biology. The 71% of melatonin it has erased tonight. The cortisol it has flooded you with. The dopamine receptors it is slowly removing. The gray matter it is quietly, measurably, permanently reshaping. You'll probably finish reading this. Feel something close to recognition, maybe even fear. Good. Fear is correct, because the gap between who you are and who you could be isn't a motivational poster. It isn't philosophical. It is neuroanatomical. It is structural. It lives in the gray matter, and it widens with every scroll. Put the phone down, not tomorrow, now.